For growing lots of pansy buds and flowers, some points are very useful to boost more and more flowers on pansy plants. Therefore, in this video, we are going to talk about some really important tips that makes your pansy plants full of flowers. So let's start, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for regular updates. Pansy flower plants are winter season plants that loves to have a cool environment to bloom heavily. In the summer days, pansy flower plants doesn't produces so much flowers, because summer is not its growing season. So make sure you are growing pansy plants in their growing season. You can grow pansy flowers from starting winter up to early summer days. But in the Western world, where the temperature is cooler all around the year, pansy flower plants grows very healthily all over the year. But in tropical areas, where summers are too hot, pansy plants hardly survives. So make sure you are growing these beautiful flowering plants in their growing season. The next thing that is very much important when we are growing pansy flowers is the right soil mixture. A well-draining, water-retaining, and fertile soil mixture is perfect to use for pansy flower plants. They grow very well and produces many buds and flowers. You must try out the best potting mix for pansies from the description box link. Pansy flowers can grow in an ordinary soil mixture, but such type of a well-draining and fertile mix promotes lots of buds on them. You can also use any soil mixture, but make sure it is draining properly. Hope you got the point. I have also made an article on the same topic in more details. That article is added in the description box and on our website 𝑘𝙼𝙪𝙧. The next thing that gives you bunches of buds and flowers on small pansy plants is the proper deadheading and pruning. First the plant makes buds and then a flower appears. That is further converted into a seed pod. At that stage, plant requires much amount of nutrients and energy to make seeds. That's why the flowers became small and leaves became a little yellow. So to overcome this problem, you can add a fertilizer if you want the seeds to be produced. But otherwise you should remove them to let the plant to bloom again. Removing the dried and dead flowers promotes a new healthier growth and ultimately more flowers. Simply remove these type of dried flowers and leaves, time to time. It also keeps the plant healthy and well growing. If you want to get lots of flowers on pansy plants, then you must have to provide them a fertilizer that fulfills their requirements. So now we are going to talk about the fertilizer requirements of pansy flower plants. Pansies are mostly grown as the seasonal plants and their life cycle is very short. Their blooming season is about 1 to 2 months. In the spring days, therefore they have to produce lots of flowers in order to make seeds for the next season. If you don't add a fertilizer, they still produces flowers, but adding a nutrients-enriched organic fertilizer can boost flowering so much. So if you provide them a fertilizer that have potassium and phosphorus, then they definitely bloom very healthily. Such type of a fertilizer is added in the description box. You can check out that. That fertilizer works best for growing healthy pansy flowers. So must try out that. Another important thing that can leads to yellow buds and leaves. And if we keep it in a correct way, then it can also provide us a healthy root structure for a consistent and massive flowering on pansy plants. Watering pansies must be done very carefully. They loves to have a moist soil. Deep watering makes their roots very comfortable and promotes a healthy root growth. For that, let the soil to dry out a little and then add water frequently. Often water in the early morning or in the evening time, so it can absorb perfectly. But make sure the soil mixture is well draining, otherwise it can cause yellow leaves or buds. Lastly, let's talk about how to get big size flowers on pansy flowers. First thing is to place them in a well-lit area. About 2 hours of morning sunlight is perfect for growing big size pansy flowers. You can place them in semi-shaded area to let them grow bigger. They don't grow so much well in a sunny area. Don't place them in a full day of sun. Other thing that you can do is to prune them a little and add a fertilizer regularly. Big size pansy flowers can be grown very easily if your plant is healthy and pest-free. These type of pests commonly appear on these plants. You can apply a pesticide for prevent these pests. Pest attack is not so much harmful in pansy plants, but be careful. So these are some important tips for growing healthy pansy flowers in pots. Hope you find this helpful. For any question, comment below and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.